What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR Heat Evolution 10-part series for the chase for the Sprint Cup, getting Danica Patrick, hopefully, her first NASCAR Cup Series title. We had a bit of a disaster in the last episode in Chicagoland. Kyle Busch picked up the victory. However, we had a last lap crash, and we ended up P18 when it was looking like we were probably going to have a chance at the top 10 before it all went downhill at the end of the race. But there is the chase grid currently. Clint Boyer, I don't know how he's in here, but we're P7, 11 points above the cut line. Going into two, in my opinion, very tricky tracks in this game, New Hampshire and Dover. We're going to kick things off here with New Hampshire today and hope that we can come out of here above the cut line, because I think Dover in the next episode is going to be really, really difficult. So I decided we will start at the back. You know, we're probably going to start at the back for every episode actually here in this career mode now, as we are underway for this episode in New Hampshire. So it's 39 laps. So we got some time here, just like in Chicagoland. We didn't have a good qualifying effort there where we did actually qualify. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat, right away, holy crap, this car is unbelievably tight. It did not turn whatsoever right there in turn 1 and 2. We're behind Eric Jones here, but it looks like I'm gonna have to let this thing just nurse itself around this corner, because as soon as I touch the throttle, this thing is trying to plow up the track. This is gonna be a difficult one, not in the way that I had imagined, but I think, like I said, I'm trying to come out of here, of course, above the cut line, because I think Dover is going to be a really difficult one. You think about Dover, even in like the NASCAR Heat 5, which is the best of the Heat series, it's still a very interesting track to race at Dover, especially with the apron there. So I'm really concerned about how that track's going to play in this game. So that's why I'm so concerned and want to come out of here above the cut line. But and not just above the cut line, but like 10 to 15 points above the cut line. Right now we're 11. It is always nice when you got a playoff guy like Keselowski absolutely running terrible, so it makes me feel a little bit better with our chances here now. But I'm not too concerned about the pinball effect here in this track in New Hampshire. The slower tracks, it's a little bit more manageable because we're obviously lower speeds. But I'm still a little bit concerned, at least going to be aware. The more I play this game, the more I just can't believe that back in 2016, what, 8 years ago? No, that's certainly not 8 years ago. It's, what, 6 years ago? This was the current NASCAR game in 2016, and it was so bad. Let me know down below. What do you guys think was worse? Is it NASCAR Heat Evolution or NASCAR 21 Ignition? I would say in terms of bugs, NASCAR Ignition takes the cake on that one, not even close. Now, are these the two same shades of blue? I don't really care, but 21 Ignition definitely takes the cake there. But then you look at the actual gameplay. I think Ignition might actually win in terms of gameplay, but I don't know. They're both very, very bad games. Setting one up the inside of the 24. I can't remember if the 24 is in the chase or not. But nonetheless, I'm gonna use them up here because I'm tight and I can't turn the car. It's simple as that. It's not like I'm trying to run Chase Elliott out of room. I would never do that to Chase Elliott. I forgot that we actually have to pit as well. Elliott's gonna run into the back of me actually and try to move us out of the way, and it's gonna kind of work because I can't get this thing to turn in the center of the corner. This is a really tough race because of the fact that this car is unbelievably tight here. I'm going to try and just send it into the corner and clear that 24, which we do. But I'm trying to look at the field. 17 laps of field. And I don't think this race is going to be, you know, Chicagoland crazy, because it's so much easier to actually not have AI issues with running into them. So we should probably get a green flag pit stop. Why is Ryan Ellis not only outrunning Keselowski, outrunning Chase Elliott, but now trying to pass me? Up the inside of Tyler Reddick, the Truck Series driver at the time, who made it into the NASCAR Cup Series on NASCAR Heat Evolution. Look at all the cars up there. That's what I want to get to. If we can get up to that pack, then we're going to be balling. Into the outside wall. Goodness me. Okay, we're okay. P27. This is usually about where Danica Patrick used to run in the Cup Series, isn't it? Like mid-20s, low 20s, somewhere in there. She didn't have the best Cup Series career. That was for sure. Now, as we are going to try and stay ahead of Tyler Reddick. I mean, I've said it like 3 times, but I mean, I don't think I've ever driven a car tighter than this at New Hampshire in my life. And then like on the corner entry, it's trying to like spin out a little bit, but like on the center and exit, it is just unearthly bad now, as we are able to try and get a nice run off there. Like if I keep doing that, like the diamond effect, it doesn't seem to be too bad, but this is going completely different than I thought it was going to go, and that 29 of Reddick is still trying to fight, and I'm going to say no, and oh, we got problems, the 27 of Paul Menard off the pace. There's a position, we'll take that, and what am I doing? I really have no idea, but Paul Menard is not going to be having a good finish here. I think he's going to be out of the race, and we do have scripted cautions, I think, in NASCAR Heat Evolution, did we not? Because they're in Heat 2 all the way through to Heat 5. I know that I remember when NASCAR Heat was a current series in NASCAR Gaming before Ignition, there was always debate about the scripted cautions. Personally, I love them, especially when you're playing in career mode, because I would rather have scripted cautions than it go green from start to finish throughout a 3-stage race, because, well, guess what, that is really no fun whatsoever to go green the whole time, you know, every single race of the season, I should say, because some races are fine when it goes green the whole time. It's a nice little change of scenery, but not when it's 36 times a season. A little bit of contact with the 93. He keeps getting to my right or my left rear on the exit of these corners because I'm taking such a different approach, but we get a nice drive off. We're getting a little bit closer to this group of cars. That's, like I said, the group of cars I want to be involved with here. But I wouldn't mind a caution. No matter what, we're going to pit, and we're going to make a big adjustment here. And we only have 10 laps of field left, but it's 23 laps to go. So we're only going to have, what, 13 laps of racing after pitting, and wow, okay, this is what I'm saying, okay, the car is stupidly tight, but then on the entrance of the corner, it's a completely polar opposite. Ryan Ellis with a very, very nice block, appreciate it, Ryan. Now I'm going to give you a very, very nice punt to the back bumper. He's not even moving. Are you kidding me, game? How did this slide here from NASCAR Heat? Goodness gracious, that's terrible. I am going backwards. Come on, come on. Get me some ground here. Give me some momentum. Stay clear of the 27. We are struggling here in New Hampshire. I mean, like I said, this is going completely different than I expected it to ever go. Now Reddick's passing me here, and he's going to get clear, and so is, like, McDowell. What if we short pit? We might have to do something. We might have to come up with an idea here to try and gain an advantage, because if we pit at the same time as everybody, we're not going to see any gains out of it. So if we go for, like, a massive, you know, undercut, let's try it. I was going to try it right there, but the 95 stomped on the brakes. But here we go, let's pit and come in, throw 4 tires on it. I don't know where the commitment line is. I don't know what the speed is because it doesn't say anything. Where is it? Oh my god. Okay, it took me forever. I'm going to add some grill tape, turn the wedge down by, I'm going to say 5 clicks. We're going to go down to 49.5, and if a caution came out right now, I would not complain. How is it a 19-second pit stop? These are the slowest pit stops in NASCAR history. Okay, we're rolling. Come on now. It has to stay green now, please. No scripted cautions and no track map. I can't even see where the competition is unless I pull up the thing here. And Chase Elliott is actually behind me on position-wise. I don't know why he's back here unless he, like, pitted as well early. And, oh yeah, we're going to be so loose now on the entrance of the corners like we've already been. But, oh, it is still stupidly tight here on the exit in the center of these corners. But now we're just kind of in a waiting game and seeing what happens. Oh, wow. Okay, we might actually gain nothing here because this car drives even worse. That was a really good 3 and 4 actually, so if we can just do that a little bit more, that was our fastest lap of the race actually as well. So just kind of letting this thing cruise in. I think patience is the issue here. I just need to be more patient on the throttle, but I'm a little bit concerned when we exit or get through this pit strategy of how off the pace I'm going to be compared to everybody else on the fresh tires. A 30.7, okay, we're getting a little bit quicker here. Things are looking up for us. Keselowski still sucks, by the way. He's P37. He has not been able to pass, I don't think, anybody other than Paul Menard. He's still stuck behind Brian Scott. I just set my own personal record here like 6 years later, and my spotter, who's been telling me great lap every time, I set a personal record, and he hasn't said a word. Oh, okay, everybody's into the pits here, a whole bunch of cars, so now things are, well, they're about to get real here, everybody, now, as we'll wait and see where we cycle out. I'm really hoping we gain at least a few positions and then get a caution or something. I don't know. Do I want a caution because we're gonna have such a tire disadvantage now with 15 laps to go? I don't even know, but look at all these cars pitting in front of us here now. Kozlowski's gonna be in. From the looks of it, they all ran right down to the inside on the back straight away. I think that our spotter just said the leader is pitting, so here we go. We're gonna get our first cycle through and see who we're gonna pass. And who's this in front of me? Oh no, the 30. Oh, I don't think we've gained. I think we have lost time, because how is that possible? But we were like right with Landon Castle, were we not, when we were pitting? Oh, this is not good. I think, did we lose positions? Because look who's in front of us. Bobby Labonte as well. Michael McDowell. It's like we didn't gain a single thing. Ryan Ellis is way up the track. How have we lost this much time? I have been done dirty by this game. I mean, we're cycling out further behind than where we started, and yet we were blowing the doors off of the other cars compared to their lap times. I am so confused right now, but this is where we're cycled out. It's not gonna get any better than this right here. What in the world has happened here in New Hampshire? Coming through Regan Smith, and oh my god, oh my goodness, there's Kozlowski. How's Kozlowski made this much of a gain? How is Kozlowski in front of me? Hold on, that's the next question. How did he pass me? I mean, I am just so confused. Did they take 2 tires? They had to have taken 2 tires. Oh, I just breamed the wall. 10 laps to go here, and we are definitely like moving, but like we're still way further behind, and there's not going to be enough time for me to be able to like recover everything. Oh, it's so tight, man. Oh, it's so bad. How many laps? 9? 8 laps to go. I have no idea who's leading this race, but there are 23 seconds ahead. So, like, they're not even that far behind myself. We need a miracle here. I believe in miracles, okay? I'm not giving up. We're going to run down Ryan Ellis. I'm going to wreck him just because I'm salty about how this race has gone with the pit strategy. Now just 6 to go. I'm still not even up to these guys yet. Like, I'm getting closer and closer, but it is taking forever. Here we go. Look at that run. That was absolutely beautiful. All of a sudden, we just gained like 0.4 of a second, and now we're all over the back of Ryan Ellis here as we come through to the final 5 laps. Running P29, by the way. It's been absolutely, you know, horrendous to say the least. I just about absolutely wiped him out, but I probably just lost a ton of ground from that. No, we're going to get a decent runoff, so it's not over yet. I'm going to send it because I don't really care about these drivers, and that's all right. Oh my god, you cannot wreck these guys, huh? I mean, I just creamed him in the left rear, and he just kind of went a different angle to the right, and then he was okay. What? How hard is it? How hard is it to wreck these drivers here now in New Hampshire? Oh, okay, now we're in the wall. I'm just salty with how everything's gone and want to just take it out on somebody, but it's like, the game is like, yeah, look at this. Are you kidding? Okay, we just got to focus in, because now I'm giving up positions. I'm giving up points now. This is an issue. And, oh no, things are all of a sudden going downhill. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I got positions to gain back, Matty D. Thank you very much. Get out of my way. I am very, very salty with you. You need to stay away. Oh, he's going to cross me over. And, oh, it's going to get spicy here. It's going to get very spicy. Here comes Bobby Labonte. 2 laps to go from New Hampshire, and oh, he's right there on my left rear, and it is getting ugly here in New Hampshire in these final 2 laps. I'm gonna get a nice run off the corner. If I hit the wall, I hit the wall, but we're okay. There we go. Oh, hey, there's a crash. There's a crash. Are you kidding me? Caution, the leader crossed the line. Are you kidding me? Somebody crashed. It's Austin Dillon of all people, and we're gonna get P28 because of this garbage. Are you kidding me? Let's see the finishing order. Kyle Busch won again, so there's a positive because no one else logged themselves in. But, I mean, look at Austin Dillon. He stopped right there. We're P28. I mean, how is that? I mean, I know why it's not overtime, because obviously the caution came out after Kyle Busch had crossed the line. Couldn't he have done that like 10 seconds sooner or just a lap sooner? That would have been really, really nice. Okay. All right. I've seen better, but I have certainly seen worse. So Keselowski he's going to have to win. Clint Boyer, well, who the heck knows what will happen there. Casey Kane is 4 points out. We are tied for the transfer with Ryan Blaney, who I didn't even know was in the playoff. Tony Stewart 7 to the good Larson. So I'm really only concerned about 2 drivers, Casey Kane and Ryan Blaney. So, and if Casey Kane beats us in a Hendrick car, which I would think he could, then we have to focus in on Tony Stewart or Kyle Larson. Jimmy Johnson, by the way, is only 10 points to the good. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode 2, which was an interesting one to say the least, because not much happened. We just sucked and couldn't really do anything, and therefore we are of course tied for the final spot on the losing end to Ryan Blaney. In the next episode, of course, we will try to beat Ryan Blaney and advance into the round of 12. If we go out in the first round, I am going to be quite disappointed. So we'll see what happens, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, everybody.